Hi there, thank you so much for joining me. Today we are filming my first video in my new beauty room, if that's what you can call it. More like a extra storage room, guest bedroom. We're calling this room a lot of things, but for right now I'm gonna call it my beauty room. Today's video is a top 5, bottom 5 of all of the makeup that I have used up in 2018. And this is the second version of a video I did last year for 2017. Last year I did this video because I wasn't buying any new makeup. I was finishing off a no buy year, and as a result I didn't have any new products to talk about, so I didn't have like a favorites video to talk about necessarily, so I thought I would just do like a favorite and least favorite of all the makeup I used up that year, and I thought I'd do it again. This video I think was originally done by Rebecca. Her channel is Panning and Stuff, and she had one for 2017. I will link that in the description box. If she comes out with another one this year, which I really hope she does, I'll link that one as well. If you like project pans, I definitely recommend checking out Rebecca's channel. She is like the queen of project panning. Also, I really feel like I'm giving off some major Rebecca Morgan vibes with my curls and with my fun lip color. I feel like this is definitely something that Rebecca would do. So I have my top 5, bottom 5 in these little baskets here. Next to me, I have all of the makeup I've used so far this year, and I will be doing a video of all my makeup empties of 2018. That will probably go up on Wednesday of next week. I do want to point out with the unfavorites, or my bottom 5 of makeup I've used up this year, these are products that I didn't love, I didn't care for, I wouldn't buy again, but they weren't so bad that I couldn't finish them up. I would never force myself to use up a piece of makeup that I hate, unless I can find an interesting alternative use for it that I enjoy. But if it's something that I really hate that much and it's that much of an unfavorite, I'm going to pass it on and not keep it and not force myself to use it. That's not what I ever want makeup to be for me, something that I have to like make into a chore. So just keep that in mind. They're unfavorites, but they're not like that bad. I am gonna start with my top 5. I don't have these in any particular order. The first one is the Stila liquid lipstick in the shade Venezia. I'm having trouble finding this online. I can't find it on the Sephora website or the Ulta website, but I did see that it's on Beautylish. It might also be on Nordstrom's website. I don't know if that means that they're getting rid of the shade or what, but I am definitely going to buy another one of these from the Beautylish website. This was actually one of the first liquid lipsticks that I ever bought. This was my first one, actually, this exact liquid lipstick. I bought it at Ulta. I just started working there. Oh, probably like 3.5 years ago. I should not have kept this around as long as I did. It's a beautiful corally red, gorgeous. I love this. I love it in the summertime. I think I used it in a makeup tutorial, so if I can find that, I will link it below. But I just love the Stila liquid lipstick formula. I think maybe because this is the first liquid lipstick that I ever used, and because every shade that I've tried in this formula has never done me wrong, I think I have a nostalgic connection to this formula, but it honestly is one of my favorites. I really just stand behind the formula of these liquid lipsticks, and I will definitely be buying this again soon. Another one here is by Cover FX. It's a little mini of the custom enhancer drops. This is in the shade Moonlight. I also use these in a tutorial. I might have used both this liquid lipstick and this Cover FX custom enhancer drops in the same tutorial, so if that's the case, I'll link it below. And this was, oh, it's really gross now, shade, and I love using this on a makeup sponge. What I'll do is I'll put a little bit on the back of my hand, put it into kind of like a circle, or like spread it out so it's thinly distributed on the back of my hand. Then I'll use a sponge to dip into it and then use that to pounce on top of my cheeks. And I think it's so beautiful. Normally I'm not like a cream or liquid highlighter type of person, but this has the type of formula that dries down, and it's not like so metallic that I look like a robot, but it still looks really pretty and sheeny. Fantastic for the summertime. Doesn't have any noticeable glitters in it, but just gives a really, really nice sheen. Big fan. I already have another one of these little guys that I bought in a set for Black Friday, so I have already repurchased that one. The next product I have is from IT Cosmetics. It is the Vitality Lip Blush in the shade Je ne sais quoi, and it is a clear balm that turns pink on your lips. And there are other shades in this formula, and I'm really excited to try those out. I think I have Damsel on my Ulta wish list as we speak. That one is a little bit more of like a nudie rose color. This one is definitely more of like a hot pink, like a purpley fuchsia pink. And I just love the formula so much. It's really velvety and thick and moisturizing, and it's not so pigmented that it looks like you have this stain on your lips. some tinted lip products do that, and I'm not a big fan of that because I feel like that's a little bit too much. This gives me just enough pigment. I really love it. I love the formula. I don't care that it's $20. I already repurchased another one to replace it. Just really goes to show that this is definitely something that I love. Next product is the Smashbox Studio Skin 15-Hour Wear Hydrating Foundation. This is in the shade 1.1, which is a good match for me. I also use the shade 1.05. That one is a tiny bit lighter and has more of an olive undertone. This is more of like a neutral yellowy undertone. Yelly. I love the formula of this. I already have a backup and I will definitely continue to repurchase it. I take 2 pumps of this, warm them up between my fingers, and then press it onto my skin and use that to really blend it in, and I just think it's a beautiful, beautiful foundation. Really great for my skin tone, my skin type, what I want my foundation to look like. It still looks like my skin, just a little bit more perfected. It's more of like a medium coverage. It's not full coverage, but it still gives me a little something. It's good to cover up any redness or discoloration that I have, any minor scarring I have on my cheeks. I think it's fantastic. Definitely will continue to repurchase this, and this was one of my favorite products that I used up this year. The last one is from Besame. It is the Brightening Violet Powder. It's a translucent powder, but it had a little bit of a violet tint to it, and that didn't really show up when I put it on my skin. I would use it to set my under eyes, set my concealer, and it didn't really give a purpley type of tint to my under eyes. It really just kind of looked like a brightening powder. I really did love this. I love the formula. It didn't do anything crazy to my fine lines or creases. Like, obviously nothing is going to completely erase those, but this didn't exaggerate them, and it didn't look gross throughout the day. I really feel like this did a great job. I'm using an Hourglass powder right now to set my under eyes, and it's like not even holding a candle to this. So this is definitely something I will repurchase. Once I go through some other powders in my collection, I will definitely buy a full size of this. I think it's amazing. I did talk about this in a how long does it take to use up makeup video. I will link that below. And that way, if you are thinking of buying this to set your under eyes too, you can decide if you think it's worth the money, given how many approximate uses I got out of this travel size. Now for my unfavorites, or my bottom 5, I have 2 lip products, 2 mascaras, and 2 face products. The 2 lip products I have are the Tarteist lip liner on Fleek, and the Maybelline Baby Lips. I think this is in the shade Cherry Me. I've used up a couple of these in like project pans. I had a couple of them in my collection. I wanted to work my way through them. When I was talking earlier about lip balms that tint your lips almost too much, like it's too much of a stain, I was talking about these ones. I mean, obviously they're already tinted lip balms. They're not ones that change color on your lips. It was okay. It was just the type of product that I had to reapply over and over and over again because it never really moisturized my lips. It was a very thin formula, and the more I put it on, the more stained my lips got, and it was just kind of like this thing. Not a big fan. Definitely not something I would purchase again. And the lip liner, the color was gorgeous. It was a really, really pretty, let me show you. But it's a gorgeous kind of like cool toned purple with a little bit of warmth in it. It was a beautiful shade, and if I could find a dupe for this, I definitely would consider purchasing that color again because it was a really pretty color, and it's the main reason why I used it up. But I think I just don't like the packaging for these kinds. I prefer pencil lip liners so that I can sharpen, and that way I can make them a nice point again. This one, obviously, once you use it, the sharp point at the end goes away, and then you can't really get that fine point again, and so it's harder to line your lips and get that really nice crisp line. And I think I just don't like this type of packaging, number one for that, but also because I feel like it breaks off very easily. Even if I only put up a little bit and then try to apply it, I always felt like little chunks fell off, and as a result I went through this a lot more quickly than I think I should have, given that I spent like, I don't know, 18 bucks on this. Also, the formula was a little bit drying. It caked up a little bit too easily. It was like a thicker type of lip liner formula, do you know what I mean? And so it would crumble if I didn't apply it just right. And so I used it up because I love the color, but the formula and the packaging, just not a favorite of mine. I have a face product here from Anastasia Beverly Hills. It's a contour stick in the shade Fawn. The color was really pretty. It was a really nice, light, cool toned shade, so it made a really great contour shade for me, but the formula was a little bit thicker and drier than I would want in a product like this. I felt like whenever I would put it under my cheekbones or alongside my nose, like where you would put contour, I really felt like I had to go out of my way to extra blend it in with a sponge to make sure that it didn't look too harsh. I did it because I had it in a project pan and I liked it well enough, and I kind of wanted to give contouring a shot. And as a result, I've learned that I don't really feel like I need it for my face shape. I have maybe more rounder cheeks and I don't really feel like I need to create like a chiseled type of situation, especially every day. I don't need to do that in real life. Maybe for filming that might look nice. I mean, of course, if that's your thing, if that's what you like, more power to you, but I just think for my personal style, it's not something that I liked. And the formula could have been a little bit creamier. Definitely not a favorite, not something I would buy again. And the last two products I have are mascaras. One is from Jordana. It's the Best Lash Extreme Volumizing Mascara. And the other one is the LA Girl Double D Voluptuous Double Drama Mascara. And both of these said that they were going to give a lot of volume and give a lot of length and do all these amazing things. Neither of them did that. Neither of them really gave me anything besides like a tint. The Jordana one was a wetter formula than I wanted. The LA Girl one, I liked the brush a little bit better. So this top one is the LA Girl Double D Mascara, and it had kind of like spikes to it. And I did like it for that because I felt like I could really get in there and separate my lashes. I couldn't do that as much with the Jordana one. But honestly, they were just okay. I wouldn't repurchase either of these. They are nice and affordable, but they're not mascaras that I really feel like did anything. I actually showed you what applying the Double D mascara from LA Girl looked like in a 5 Looks 1 palette video that I did recently. And you can see it barely made any difference. Like it just looked like I was putting something through my lashes for fun. It added a little bit of a tint, but it really didn't do much else. And I need my mascaras to do a little bit more work for me because I have very thin blonde lashes. So I need mine to hold a curl, separate, and add a little bit of volume and length. I kind of need them to do it all. And these just don't do that. So not a big fan of either of these. So that is everything I have to share with you today. Like I said, stay tuned. I have a monthly empties video coming up, and then next Wednesday I will have all of my empties of 2018, all of my makeup empties of the year. So please stay tuned for that. In the meantime, that's everything I have. Thank you so much for joining me, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys!